Welcome everyone. As you all know, we are doing the chapter number 5, that is formatting effect. So for the formatting effects, we have done the theory part. I have previously given you a video or theoretical video. Now today we are going to see how we can do the practical of the formatting effect. To open PowerPoint, first we have to click on start button, then all programs, Microsoft Office, then we have to choose PowerPoint. Like this is the PowerPoint. I have told you how to insert the new slide. Right click, insert slide. If you want to delete the slide, you have to do the right click on the slide and you can select the delete slide option. This is how you can select the slide and how you can enter the data. Just start typing and you can enter the data in the slide. So already we have done these things. Now how to format a data. Formatting means to change the appearance of the data. How we can change the appearance of our data. So we have already discussed about slide master. We haven't discussed about the design. In design you have different themes. What you have to do, you have to go in design and you can select any of the theme for your choice. When you select a theme, you will see the background is changed. Or what you can do, you can change the color from here. You will get in color option, you will get the color, various colors palettes. At the bottom of the sheet you can see the color is changing according to which we are selecting. Whatever we will select, that color will change in the actual sheet here, whatever thing we have decided. And from the font, we have the different kinds of font in font option. You can see as I am clicking another, it is changing and we can select from the list any of the font we can select. Then the effect, and we have the various different effects we can change this from here. I have already explained you how we can change the background, and from the background style we have the different option, and for the background we have the format background option. We can go from here or we can from the home we can change the background style. I already told you we have two different ways, but this one is there in your book. From the format background you can select any of the gradient fill or the picture or the texture. Mostly we use picture and the texture in making the PPT very attractive. But you will get a texture option here. You can select the texture option. You will get the gallery of the different textures. You can select any of them and then you can close. This is the way where you can insert a texture. What you have to do, you have to go in a design, background style, format background. In format background you have to select the different texture according to your need. This is the option for the picture or texture, and for that, this is the texture. Now how you will insert a picture, then you will get a option here, insert from the file. When you will click on a file, wherever the picture is there, you can insert it. Suppose you want to insert this picture, you can click on here and the picture will be inserted at the background of your PPT. If you want to add a clip art, you can also add the clip art from clipboard. You have to click on the clip art option. In the clip art, there are the different clip art which are already built in. You can search for the clip art from here, from the search text menu. Or what you can do, you can directly select the clip art which you want to add. When you will select, then you will click on OK. That particular clip art is being added. So don't be get confused about the theme, clip art, texture and insert file option. These all are changing your background style. These are for the backgrounds. For the background, you can change it from the background option, and for the texture, you have to change the texture. To insert a picture, you can click on the file option and then you can insert the picture. Whatever is there in your computer, you can search for that picture. Or if you want to add the clip art, you can go in the clip art option, and then from the clip art, whatever image you want, you can select it from the clip art. And you can, or the option is reset. This option is also there. If you want to reset your background, you can click on the reset. It will move to the first position from where you have started. This is the first position from where you have started, where the everything is blank. So reset option will take you to the back of the very first state. These are the some options by which you can format your sheet. Now we have in insert option, you will have a chart. When you will have a chart in your book, you can see after the component of a chart, you have the chart types. Here you can see the types, chart types here. Whenever you will click on the chart option, you will get this window, and on the left hand side pane you can see the type of chart: column chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart. These are the common chart type. These are the common chart type which we use to make a chart: column chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart. In column chart, you can see there are the various options like this. These are the type you want your data to be. How you may want the data, how to represent the data with the help of the chart. These are the designs of this column chart. These are the design of the line chart, and these are the design of the pie chart, and these are the design of the bar chart. You can select any of the chart. Like I'm selecting the first one and I'm clicking on OK. You can see a sheet is there, Excel sheet is there, upon which we have created a chart. This by default it is taking this default sheet, that is chart in Microsoft PowerPoint. We can change the data here in the Excel sheet, and that will represent in a chart. Whatever the data we will write in this Excel sheet, we will get that data into this chart. What is chart? Chart is a, that means here we can see chart is a pictorial format of our data, and by the help of which we can compare our data. So chart is helping us to compare our data, and it is a pictorial format of our data, that we can present our data in a picture format. It is giving a clear picture how we can enter this data. The data has been added, and we can see this data in picture format. So in your syllabus we have the components of chart. The whole part where we have done this, you can see here, this is called the chart area, and the x-axis is there. The x-axis here, this one from 0 to, this is showing us the value axis. This 0 to 6, this is are the values axis. Value axis is the y-axis. Okay, this is the value axis. Vertical value axis, these are the vertical line, these are the value axis, and the x-axis that on the horizontal is called a x-axis. This category 1, category 2, category, this line, these are the x-axis, that is category axis. These are the data series which is representing in this blue, green and yellow, like here 4 point something, and this red one, and data is 2 point something, and this 2. These are the chart, the bar lines. These bar lines are representing, it's called a data series. These are called a data series. These name category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. These are the category name. The name which you want to give to your chart for the x-axis, these are called the category name. The whole area, this line, where the actual chart consists of, from 6 to here, the last 4. This area, where the actual chart is there, till here, you can see the line till here, where the actual chart is there. This is called a plot area, which within the plot area is the area where the actual chart consists of. This bar line cannot go beyond 6, as the last value of the value axis is 6, so we can't enter the value 7 or 6.1, any value more than 6 we can't write. So at the area which is we are getting to make our chart is called plot area. This is the plot area. The seventh component is legend. You can see here series 1. These are the legend. What the legend is defining? Legend is defining the color patterns or the symbols. Here we can see a box of blue color, that is series 1. That means this blue data series, this blue data series, and this blue data series, and this one. These are the series 1, and these are represented by blue color. You can see it from the legend. Then the red one, this middle one, this is series 2. You can see it from the legend that it is of red color. Then series 3rd, that is of green color, this one. This is series 3rd, which represent by the green color. So legend defines the color for our data chart. These are the component of our chart. This is how we can insert a chart and we can design our chart. You can select the chart style from the ribbon, and various chart types are here. You can select any one of the from the ribbon also. It is totally up to the user how to design the chart, and the different charts layout is also represented here. But we don't require this all, as we already have like this. We can see the data like this. This is the way how it is given in your book. The legend at the bottom here, you can see series 1, series 2, series 3. This is how the legend is represented in your book. At the bottom from the chart layout, it is the user, wherever he wants, he can place this legend anywhere in the chart area. See, I can place it by here to here. I can move this legend anywhere inside our chart area. Okay, now how to print the chart, this PPT. To print the PPT, we have one shortcut. The shortcut key for printing is Ctrl plus P. By the help of Ctrl plus P, we can print the PPT. Or what we can do, we can click on Office button. In Office button, we have Print, Preview. print preview option give you the preview of your PPT. That means like this we will get the PPT in our hard copy. When we will print this sheet we will get this page. So we are previewing, that means we are seeing what is we are going to get as a print. But when you will click on the directly on the print option, you will get this pop-up menu. For suppose you have more than one printer, so you have to select the printer's name on which printer you want to print out. Here you have the option, this one. By clicking on this one you will get the list of your printers. Then you have to select you have to select your printer, whatever printer you want, and then you have to click on OK button, and your data will be printed from the printer. So this is how you can print your PPT, the whole PPT which you have made, you can print it. And again telling you how, click on the office button, then print option, then you have to select the printer. And if you want to give the range of the slide, you can give the range of the slide here. If you don't want to print the every slide, you can give the range from here, like suppose 1 to 5, you can give it here. Like here we are not getting a range just because there is only one sheet, so we can give range 1 to 1. It will print the first page. Like this you can print your the whole PPT. How to save this? How you can save it is by clicking on the office button. You have save and the save as option. If you want to save a new file, then you have to click on the save as. Then it will ask the path where you want to select, in my computer, in local disk E, or in F, wherever you want to save you can save it. And you have to give the name here, file name ABCD. You have to give the file name and then the save button. It is saved by the name ABCD. If you want to make the changes and you want to save the same thing, if you want to save this file, you don't want to make a new file. When you don't want to make a new file, what you can do, you can click on save button. The changes will be saved in that file only. So there is a difference between save as and the save. If you will click on the save as, the new file will be saved, and if you will click on only on the save, that file will be, the changes will be saved into that particular file. So this is the chapter number 5 for you, and you have to watch the previous video also, and whatever I will give you in the worksheet, you have to complete your work. Thank you for watching.